Hello, you beautiful legends, and welcome to Blunt Force Healing Podcast. This is episode number 858, and it's Wednesday. So, the third day of this amazingly dull and grayish and gloomy week, albeit with those, I repeat myself, probably sinister vibes as we get more details about what's coming towards us. And I'll explain in a second, but let me just start from the beginning of today. So the Wednesday started pretty regular. We went to the beach, to Rosnala Beach, but I didn't feel too well, so I decided to stay in the car at the beach and work on my stuff while my wife Elizabeth went for a walk. So yeah, I was a bit lazy, but just as we arrived at the beach and before she went on to take a walk, we were witnesses to a very strange phenomenon. Because we very often get rainbows in Ireland due to constant rain clouds and rain masses coming through, and the sunshine being a very contrasting element to our climate. It happens that we very often see the rainbows in different shapes and forms, but this time it was a white rainbow. Obviously, it wasn't totally white, but that's what they usually call them in a common language, I would say, because it's slightly different than the regular rainbow when you can see the division of colors and the whole spectrum. This was pretty much white, and I took a picture and I've put it into the blog post today. So if you wanna head on to the blog post and check this out, then obviously the link is in the description. But let me get back to the eerie vibes or the actual sinister thing coming towards us. So it seems like for a couple of days already, a huge mass or a huge swirl of air was developing on the other side of Atlantic, so closer to the US coast. But it's heading towards Ireland, and the high resolution models are showing that it is becoming more and more stable in the way that it develops. It has integrity, and it keeps direction, and it goes directly towards our shore. So usually the storms are brushing against Ireland. This one seems like it's heading towards our coast, and it might actually hit us head on. So we are watching the news. We already have orange warning in place for most of Ireland, with a red warning for southwestern part, Kerry and West Cork, which means that is being serious. We rarely see red for any counties, and last year I think we might have had one or two, and this time we had another one. So we'll see how it goes, but it looks strange. The rest of the day was pretty much kind of nothing unusual. Obviously, because it's Wednesday, for the evening, for about an hour and a half, I went with the sauna to the beach and served a couple of people while putting the drone up, and filmed a couple of clips. Nothing special, but fortunately it was a bit of dry weather that I could put the drone up. But afterwards, I immediately had to wrap up and come back home because I had one more thing, and that's in the title. Belturbet is a village about 100 kilometers from us, maybe a little bit more. And I drove there in the evening slash night. Well, not night yet, but it was already late. and I went through Enniskillen and to Belturbet because I went to pick up the Apple Watch Ultra 2. So it's not about bragging, to be honest, because I usually don't talk about these things, but I was a little bit excited since I was using a lot of watches that were, I would say, second hand after my wife. So she usually was getting the new models, and I was just kind of taking her previous models up. But recently I had to get rid of the newly acquired model, Apple Watch 7, when my wife got 9. And I kind of sold it as a bargain to my wife, sorry, my wife got 9, and I sold my 7 to my mother when they were here because her was broken. So I aimed to use whatever I have. I think I have Apple Watch 5 that is a little bit scratched and chipped, but it still works. So I was using it for a long time and was trying to snipe a nice deal for either Apple Watch 10 or Ultra 2. And I happened to find Ultra 2 for a very decent price. I think I paid about 500 euro. And normally they start from 840 or 839, something like that. It's in a perfect condition with an extra strap from Nomad, which is another 60, 70 euro. So a huge bargain, and the guy gave me even the proof of purchase and everything. So it's it was a great deal, but also a great person, and it's nice to still get those people on the market, because there's more and more scammers in every direction. So having genuine sellers and decent people out there that are selling stuff because they just want to get some money back and, you know, spend less on the new gear. And I first was confused, but then I realized when he told me that he's a bit fussy and decided to go for a black watch instead of the natural titanium. And I don't mind. I like both colors, so I was about the watch rather than the look. So he got some money back. He will add some extra bucks and will buy himself exactly the same watch, just a different color. Each to their own. I like those bargains because I'm helping somebody to recycle a little bit of the money while also getting a decent deal for myself. So I came back home, and that was pretty much Wednesday. So along the way in Enniskillen, I stopped by and took a picture with myself and the in the background with a cafe that we want to visit with my wife Elizabeth. It's called, I think, the Roastery or the Toastery. I don't know, but it looks like a good one. We follow them on Instagram. They follow us, and it's just an hour drive, so we might visit it soon. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a great rest of the day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are on this beautiful planet. Stay tuned and see you again tomorrow.